This is the Brown Boy Wonders podcast.
Hey guys, it's the Brown Boy Wonders podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the week 8 of the NFL. My first guest, or my only guest here, I just beat him in fantasy, but he usually beats me in fantasy as well. Here's Tyren, man. Tyren, how you doing?
Yo, what a start to the show. Thank you for exposing me to the podcast world that you did that to me this week, but your team fought hard, mine didn't, so the
Yeah.
better man won.
Thank you. I mean, it's really rare for me to win against you, but I have to take my shots, you know?
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, man. How was your week 8 of the NFL football?
Well, the Saints won. I guess
Yeah.
they listened to the podcast.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, the Saints beat the Colts 38-27. How do you feel about them?
The game was closer than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
I think last week I did say it'd probably be a close game, because of our offense. But I didn't realize our defense would allow all those points.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. I mean, we got the win, right? I'm happy about that. But our defense is something I'm gonna keep an eye on.
Yeah, don't you guys have like some injuries or no? You guys are fully healthy.
Are we injured on defense?
I believe you guys are. I should have researched on that, but I think is it Cameron Jordan?
Yeah, I'd have to. No, Cameron Jordan's healthy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're dealing with injuries aside from Michael Thomas. He had an illness, but I mean that doesn't really count as an injury.
Right.
But we've been. Jamal Williams was on IR. He came back, but other than that, no, we've been pretty healthy,
Gotcha.
which is kind of a first for now that I think about it.
Yeah, man. Derek Carr made 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's good. Alvin Kamara made 17 carries, 59 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, so if Derek Carr can play turnover-free football, we could be a sleeper going forward.
I can see that. You're Olave, who's back to the team. He made 5 receptions for 6 yards.
Yeah.
But my real question is, you're dismissing your boy Taysom Hill. He should be the starting quarterback instead of Derek Carr.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he gave you what, a rush 2 points on the for extra 2 points, or maybe I'm mistaking someone. But he's been rushing. That's your guy, man. I'm telling you.
So I'm looking at the game. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
He threw the ball for 44 yards. And
I think he was 1 for 2 for 44 yards for that.
yeah, and he had a reception.
Yeah. So he's doing the most in your team.
I didn't realize he did that much. I didn't.
Yeah, you gotta recognize him, man. He's the GOAT in your team, the Saints.
I'm not going to say all that, but he was productive. I'll give him credit where credit is due.
Hey, man, he's in my tight end spot forever.
Is he really?
Yeah, in a few leagues.
No, that's such a risky play. That is such a risky play.
I mean, he can catch, he can throw, he can run, he can be a wide receiver, he can be a tight end. He's doing all the spots, man.
He can, but the thing is, like, you never know how he's going to be used any given week. That's the thing.
That's true.
Some weeks he's lined up more as a tight end or a slot receiver, and there are weeks where he's like solely an option QB, where he does his QB power or QB draw.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of like Bill Belichick's game plan with Tom Brady. We don't know which running back he's going to give it to, or a wide receiver. He's going to do a run game or a passing game. It's either one of those two between each game, which I hate if you're in fantasy. If you have Gronk or James White,
Mm-hmm.
usually you don't get points at all, or you do. But my Jets, we this one was an ugly game. 13 points we made against Giants 10, 15 punts total.
Crazy.
Crazy. It's too crazy. To be honest, man, every time I see my Jets play, I feel sick because
Why sick?
yeah, I feel sick because like it just tied in my stomach. I don't know if Zach Wilson's gonna mess up or he's gonna do really great. It's between one of those two. For example, especially at the last fourth quarter when he's supposed to make that pass, but he got sacked, and that was a crucial play too. But luckily, we got that ball back, and Zach Wilson just made those two amazing catches that made that winning field goal.
That
But
was a
dude,
disgusting game.
that's what I'm saying, man.
It was what's that? The MetLife Bowl or the Battle of New York.
Oh man,
That was a disgusting game. Do you know the Jets held the Giants to 8 receiving yards?
really? I didn't know that.
8.
Oh wow, I'm telling you, man, it's uh, a win is a win, right?
I mean, like that, and the weather was bad, right?
Right.
Pretty sure that was a rain game.
Yeah, it was. Zach Wilson. The crazy part is Zach Wilson made 240 yards, one touchdown, and no interceptions. I do agree that
2 fumbles.
he. Oh yeah, two fumbles, but interceptions. I'll focus on that. But yeah, he's not thrown an interception past 3 games, which is great. Um, and my boy Brees Hall,
Hmm.
he flew with that
Yeah,
touchdown.
he looks really good. Coming off that ACL, and it
Yeah.
just seems like as each week goes by, he does something spectacular.
Mm-hmm. He reminds me of like Kamara when he first started.
Yeah, I can see that.
Uh, um, but back to your Saints. They're gonna face the Bears. What's your prediction on that?
That'll be a win. I'm not worried about their backup.
What's his name?
Backup QB. Yeah,
Uh, Ty-
Tyler
with a
uh,
T.
Bag 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 Baggett,
Back to the lit. Yeah, that guy.
something like that. I'm not
Um,
worried about them.
mhm,
Fields isn't playing.
no.
Um, their defense is iffy.
What about DJ Moore? He's doing great too.
Um, he can't do anything if his QB is not getting the ball
That's true.
out. And with Justin Fields, that offensive line, sometimes I don't know if I can blame the offensive line completely
Hmm.
because Justin Fields, there were some times where he did a terrible job of going through his progressions and throwing to wide open teammates. But the O line isn't really something you lose sleep over.
Hmm.
And so I feel like our defense should have a good game against the Bears.
Okay. What's the
But again,
uh
Derek Carr is like the only thing I worry about because
yeah.
he likes to take a risk and that's where he throws interceptions. So
Yeah, that's one thing. Okay, a Saints win against the Bears. The
I'm
Jets
saying a
will.
win. Yeah.
Okay. I see that too. The Jets are facing the Chargers Monday Night Football prime time, and I'm
Oh yeah,
think
really?
yeah, prime time. The Jets had, I think this season, I believe 8 primetime games
Yeah,
because
that's
there's
the Aaron Rodgers effect.
yeah. But I think we do well prime time. So the Chargers. My prediction is we will win by a field goal, just like this last game here.
That's a theme with the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
They always win a game by 3 or lose a game by 3.
It's all with the field goal.
They have such bad luck.
They do. They have their kicker Dicker, right? That's his name. So
Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the
Yeah.
kicker. I was gonna name. I had him in my fantasy lineup, and I was gonna name my. I think I have Jalen Hurts, so I was gonna name my team
No.
Dicker Hurts, but it was for my work league, so I didn't put that.
Gosh, I'm glad you didn't.
No, I didn't. But yeah, so I'm guessing a Jets win here. But if Chargers win, I'll be fine with that because Chargers are still a good team.
I can see Justin Herbert making a mistake, throwing a pick, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zach Wilson has a good game.
Right.
Because the Chargers defense is atrocious. They can't stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
They can't stop the pass, and they can't stop a cold. So,
I'm scared of Keenan Allen. That's their workhorse for like 10 years, and Elker as well.
Y'all have 2 good corners.
We do. We got my boy Sauls.
Yeah, and DJ Reed.
And Reed. Oh man.
So, like I said, I can see Justin Herbert making a mistake or 2, because not only is the Jets secondary amazing, but y'all's front 7 is also.
Yeah.
And Justin Herbert kind of panics in the pocket also sometimes. Because he holds on to the ball too long at times. So
you think it's
like I said, I can yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I can like I said, I can see him throwing an interception.
Gotcha. You think this might be like the Bills game, week 1, where the Bills just messed up?
No, Justin Herbert is not Josh Allen. You saw what Josh Allen was doing in that game.
Yeah.
He was just throwing it deep.
For no reason.
You know.
Okay.
Throwing it deep in double and triple coverage. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling a little more confident about that. All right.
That should be a good game.
Yeah. Good primetime game. And of course we'll see my guy Aaron Rodgers in the field prepping our guys.
Oh my gosh. Did you see him pregame?
I did.
He looks healthy. Like he looks
normal.
Like he can. Yeah. I don't know how on earth he's able to do that from an Achilles tear. What's that? 2 months? A month after the fact? Month and a half?
September 11th. Yeah, it was about a month or so. A little more than a month.
He still shouldn't be out of a walking boot.
No. This is my conspiracy.
Oh gosh.
I don't know if it's real or not. I'm probably just saying stuff, just rumors. But I'm thinking that Aaron Rodgers' injury wasn't that severe as what people say. They just said, "Oh, it was an Achilles. Was it a tear?
Tear?
Injury? Yeah, but I don't think it was a tear. It was probably maybe a bruise, but it was really severe. But it wasn't a tear. And then they just messed up, and they're like, let's just go with that."
You don't bruise your Achilles.
Okay, not that, but or like maybe it was more on the ankle side, right?
I don't think so. Because we saw his Achilles pop. We saw it pop on TV.
We did, right? Maybe that wasn't his Achilles. Maybe it was something else. I don't know.
It was definitely his Achilles. Because Kevin Durant had the same injury and it looked the same.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we did see it up close.
And then we just saw Kirk Cousins, and we saw his Achilles pop Sunday.
Oh, we'll get
okay.
We'll get into that. But I don't know. I was thinking like where not Pierce Paul, what's his name for the Boston Celtics? Pierce. When he faked his injury, so he could go to the bathroom.
Oh, when he had to go to the bathroom when he's talking about the wheelchair.
He got the wheelchair, and you got to the bathroom, and he's all good now. That's what I'm thinking. This was. He just had to go to the
No way.
bathroom break, but
No
then they
way.
just
We saw
extended.
him. We saw him get surgery.
Did we? I didn't see that.
Okay, well, he got surgery. He took the hospital bed picture.
Oh, he did. Maybe that was all a stunt. That's just my conspiracy. Like I said, it's
Now,
not.
if that was a stunt, why would the Jets give up all? Well, they didn't really give up much for Aaron Rodgers,
No.
but why would they restructure his contract? Or they gave him a new contract.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
too much. It's legit. It has to be legit. Because
guess.
if this is a stunt, that's stupid.
Man,
Because the Jets could
yeah.
easily be 6-1 or undefeated with Rodgers under center.
Or maybe Aaron Rodgers never wanted to play. He just said, "Let me just pick the Jets," and they're like, "Let me prep my next protege, Zach Wilson."
He could have just stayed on the Packers if that were the case.
I remember he's a showman, right? He did that Game of Thrones episode, so he's a showman. He does commercials, discount double check. He knows about Hollywood, so
He hasn't done that recently. I haven't seen one discount double check commercial.
because freaking Patrick Mahomes took over. I think right, State Farm, right?
Or Aaron Rodgers is rehabbing and doesn't have time for commercials.
Oh, I see what you did there. But yeah, but that's my conspiracy. It might be
Okay.
real, might be not. I don't know.
Interesting.
We might get banned for me saying these conspiracies, but who cares?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
No one's listening to this podcast. Well, I hope. Well,
You'd be surprised.
yeah. Well, but yeah. So Saints against Bears. Saints will win. Jets versus Chargers. Jets will win. That's the bottom line. So I do have some questions for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, just yesterday, during Halloween time, the Raiders fired Josh McDaniels and general manager David Ziegler. Were you surprised?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't. And I think last episode I said I wouldn't be surprised if he gets fired at some point during the season. Because he has been doing terrible. Josh McDaniels is the reason why I lost 2 in fantasy. And he doesn't... When he's a head coach, it doesn't work. Some people just aren't good coaches. They're good coordinators. Some people are good specifically in one role, and I think that's Josh McDaniels.
Gotcha. So he will always be a offensive coordinator.
Solely offensive coordinator.
Dang. Yeah, that reminds me of freaking Rex Ryan. He's mostly a defensive guy, but when he did the head coaching, he did so well, but they did win to the playoffs twice.
He took y'all to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah. I think I don't like when the organization just fire them mid-season. I just wait out the whole season and then fire them, because you never know, they might.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
I mean, give them some
And
redemption.
it makes sense financially also.
Because Josh McDaniels was supposed to be there for 6 years, right? Or 4 years.
And he was there for only a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wait for the season to end and then let him go. Right now, they're an interim head coach, and I don't think he'll do much better either. So what's the point?
And he most likely won't be there next year when they do find a new coach.
Yeah, I mean,
because they went through this with John Gruden. It's
right.
the same thing.
Yeah, and also, what's his name from last year from the Colts? I forgot his name.
Frank Reich.
Frank Wright, yeah, he got let go. I think like 4-5 games, and then Jeff Saturday from ESPN had to replace him. So I think it's a mess when you do that, and you
Hmm.
gave like no hope to your players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and a lot of those players have been through this when they were on the team 2 years ago.
yeah. I mean, they should not do that. Just let them finish the season. But one exception, Adam Gase, when he was coaching the
Terrible.
Jets, he should have been not there at
Adam
all.
Gase should never have gotten that job. Like
Exactly.
he didn't do anything. I mean, at least with Josh McDaniels, he has 6 Super. Is it 6? It might be 4, because I don't think he was there the whole time.
No.
I think So I think Josh McDaniels, he has at least 3 rings to his name. Adam
Yeah.
Gase, I don't know what he did.
I think
He didn't do anything.
No, he didn't do anything. I think we were desperate to find a head coach during that time. Was it 2018, 17? But yeah, was he coaching when Miami went like 0-17, like in I think 2008? Was he coaching that back then? I want to say yes. Because yeah,
He was he was the coach of that terrible Dolphins team.
yeah,
Yeah, so the
exactly.
Dolphins fired him, and then the Jets came and hired him 2 weeks later.
Wow. That's just terrible. But yeah, that's the one exception. Adam Gase, you just let him go mid-season. But my next question, man, the trade deadline was I believe it was yesterday at 3 p.m.
It was
Um,
so underwhelming.
it was very underwhelming. I thought nothing really happened, but Davante Adams, you saw him being really mad, frustrated at the
Yeah,
game. Do you think he should have been traded to somewhere else?
I think Davante Adams should have requested a trade when Derek Carr got traded or released. Released,
Mm,
yeah, because Davante Adams came to Oakland to play with Derek Carr.
right. Not Jimmy G. Oh man.
Not just Jimmy G, a Jimmy G that didn't pass his physical.
He didn't pass his physical?
It took him 3 months after they signed him to pass it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow,
There
I
was
did
a
not.
whole controversy with them signing him and him not being able to pass his physical.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Davante Adams, I wish he went somewhere else. There were rumors that saying Jets were supposed to get him, but I think that was false. But if there's one team he should have went to, what team that should be, you think? Who needs a wide receiver right now?
Let's see, the Chiefs.
Yeah,
uh, but there's no way the Raiders would have traded to their division rival.
no.
So the Chiefs, the Panthers, but I don't think Devontae would have gone to the Panthers because he wants to try to compete.
Yeah. Right now Panthers are what,
Yeah.
1-7, 1-6? Or did they win the
So
game?
the Panthers, they won. Yeah, they beat the Texans.
Okay.
They got their first win of the year.
Congrats to them.
So so it's the Chiefs, Panthers. I still think the Ravens need a number one receiver for Lamar.
I do agree. I mean, there's Odell.
No,
All
no, no.
right. Devontae,
Odell, no.
he is kind of past his prime.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Chiefs, Panthers, Ravens, and maybe the Arizona Cardinals. But again, I don't think he'd go to them.
Oh, he wants to go to one team, like you said. I can
Yeah.
see Ravens.
So top two teams would have to be the Chiefs or the Ravens. I can absolutely see those quarterbacks thriving with the Davante Adams on their team.
I like that. That'd be pretty nice. My next question is, are the Cowboys on the right track? They won their game 42-20.
Offense looked very good. Defense looked very good. Special teams looked very good. If they can play like that, it pains me to say that, but they can go to the Super Bowl if they're consistently playing like that.
Yeah, as long as they keep playing like that, I see no problem. The thing is, they did have their injuries on their defense. I think Parsons hurt before and some other guys, but I think they're getting healthy. Cowboy fans are going crazy for them. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith he's just waiting on the downfall for them.
I mean, the rest of us are too, because the regular season they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's when they don't show up in the playoffs that has Cowboys fans question their sanity.
Exactly.
Which
that's why,
again it's hilarious, but
yeah, that's why I kept telling to my coworkers. They're like, every week they're like, Cowboys doing really good, and I said, just wait until the playoffs, just wait, and they're just not they're not listening to me. But
that's why they crumble every year.
Especially that one game where against the Packers, where I think it was that Dez pass. Where was it a catch or not a catch with Dez Bryant? And
it was definitely a catch, but
it was ruled no, and that usually cost them everything in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But the next question is Mahomes the problem? They lost 24-9.
No, he is not. He had a bad game.
Okay.
Everyone is going to have a game like that eventually.
But against the Broncos?
I've seen good quarterbacks melt down against bad teams before.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I'd rather him do it now than in the playoffs.
Yeah, that is very true. Are the Lions the dark horse of winning this year's Super Bowl?
They have been since the offseason. That team is looking very complete.
They do, man.
Like we talked about last week, Jared Goff he's looking like a top 5-ish QB.
Not in
with
fantasy.
The stats I told you last week.
Yeah.
That's very top 5-ish type of stats, and he has a run game. O-line is great. Defense is bringing it in. I absolutely do see the Lions, and it's crazy to say that after all these years of them sucking. Like, yeah, they really are a dark horse team that I can see making a deep playoff run if they keep playing as good as they have been.
Yeah, I mean they're not the most popular team, but they're working to get to be the most popular. Like they're trying to be the next Chiefs or the next Miami right now. Miami's going crazy too.
They can be, but they've been hit with the injury bug also.
Right.
But I mean, they're keeping it together, and they're a very decent team.
They're a decent team, but when it comes to the city, sorry, Detroit Lion fans, the city is empty as hell.
I don't know what there is to do in Detroit, to be honest. No one ever's like, I'm going to Detroit. I can't wait to go to Detroit. No one says that.
No. I've been to Detroit. Nothing is there. It's just sadness. But if they're winning, there is a place. Yes, a sad place. If the Lions are going to Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure that city's gonna be filled up.
I don't see them winning a Super Bowl.
Okay,
but I can see them competing for one.
Yeah, if I can see the Lions fans campaigning outside of their stadium of like we're gonna win the Super Bowl. But dog, man, I'm just saying, man, it's just empty.
Yeah.
Is Brock Purdy overhyped? They lost their matchup.
I'm not gonna say he's overhyped, but he is definitely a product of the Shanahan system.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
And I feel like any quarterback can thrive, and like if Brock Purdy didn't clear concussion protocol last week, I think Sam Darnold could have come in and done the same exact thing.
Mm, okay.
And you've had to deal with Sam Darnold you dealt with him for 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
You know what he gives you. So
Yeah. I mean, we got him when he was a rookie, right? Now he's like more developed, so we'll see. Time grows, you know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Jimmy G looked decent in that system. Nick Mullins looked
Oh
decent
yeah,
in that system.
that's
Who
right.
else played quarterback there?
Uh,
Even Josh Johnson when he came in uh, against the Eagles when Brock Purdy had that elbow issue, he looked
right.
decent. Trey Lance, well, we never really we got to see like one full game his rookie year, and he looked decent that game.
Yeah.
So his system is very QB friendly.
Mm, yeah. The thing is, we never see Trey Lance play at all.
Yeah, no, they gave up on him way too soon.
Mm, well, now he's a backup for Dak. So,
Not even. He's a third string.
oh damn, who's the second string?
There, what's the quarterback's name? Cooper Rush.
Oh okay. Oh okay. He's good too.
Yeah.
He kind of carried when Dak was hurt with that leg injury. But okay. Like you mentioned before, Aaron Rodgers' Achilles and Kirk Cousins' Achilles.
Hmm.
Can Kirk Cousins recover just like Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
No,
I mean, he's younger than Aaron Rodgers.
he is, but Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers are two different personalities. I don't
Ooh.
think Kirk Cousins is going to risk it, especially since he has kids.
Hmm.
Aaron Rodgers does not have a wife and kids.
He did
So
had
I
a
think Kirk
girlfriend.
Cousins, he does, but it's different when you have a family. And I know Kirk
Mhm.
Cousins wants to be healthy enough eventually to be able to play with his kids and
Right.
to be able to keep playing with him after he retires. So I think he's going to make a business decision and be conservative with his rehab and do everything by the book so that the recovery goes well for him to, obviously come back next year if that's with the Vikings or not, because I know his contract expires this year.
Right. It
And
is.
to, eventually, keep using that leg to play with his kids as they grow up.
Uh, just don't take advice from Tom Brady because you know that guy want to keep going and keep going, and that kind of causes family life as well. I think. Well, I don't know, but
Yeah, no. You got to know when to call it a quits. He went he went 1 year too long.
yeah. I mean, if you're addicted to something, you always want to keep doing it, but you gotta know your limits.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
now he retired. But yeah, my last question here, man. That's a fun one. Since it was Halloween, a few days ago or yesterday, would you rather dress up as Mark Davis's haircut, bowl cut, or emo Jimmy buckets? I'll repeat one more time. Do you want
No,
to
I
address
heard it.
it? Okay.
I heard it.
Okay.
It. Oh,
Mark Davis's bowl cut, not him, but his haircut. What do you dress up as his haircut or emo Jimmy buckets? Jimmy
both
B.
are Mark. I would have to go with Jimmy Butler's emo hair because I hate that bowl cut. I hate it. He's too old to have that.
It's not a good look. Uh,
Not
it's
at all.
not at all, man. All right, emo Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Like that, like that. But let's come to our fantasy starts. Or I'll
Okay.
give you my picks, and if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
For quarterback here, we got the rookie Will Levis against the Steelers.
I'm not starting Will Levis against that front with T.J. Watt. Cam Hayward's coming back.
Mhm.
Alex Highsmith. Uh, this Pittsburgh defense is way better than the Falcons. I know.
Ooh, you're kind of right. Running back I got here is Damian Pierce against the Buccaneers.
Dameon Pierce has been absolutely trash this season.
You know, I traded away. What did I trade away? I traded away Isaiah Pacheco for Pierce.
Why?
I thought I was thinking something else, but no. I'm sorry, not Pacheco. I gave even worse. I gave away T Higgins. It was
Why?
because I think because it was that time where Burrow was not doing well. I was like, you know what, I need to do some changes, and Pierce was doing well, so I was like, oh, let me just trade for him. And again, bad mistake there, bad mistake. Um, I got the wide receiver here, Jacoby Myers against the New York Giants.
Love it.
I love that too. Flex, I got Daryl Henderson against the Packers.
Iffy.
Ooh,
Iffy because uh, is Matthew Stafford gonna play? That's the question.
mm. He's not been playing well. At least in fantasy.
Well, Matthew Stafford has a thumb injury. I don't
That
know if you know
explains it.
that.
I
He
did not know
hasn't been
that.
practicing.
Oh, okay. Because
Like
last
it's
week,
like,
yeah,
yeah. I don't
yeah,
know if he
because
can grip a football.
okay, because last week, what's his name? Cup and Puka, they made like less than 10 points or 15 points, so it was not their
Hmm.
usual. Okay, that makes sense.
But they were
Um,
also one against, top three defense.
yeah, that's true. That's true. uh, Titan, it's I've been mentioning in the past 3 weeks. Uh, or this guy's name. Taysom Hill against the Bears. Do you start him
I
as your
guess
tight
start
end?
him because that Bears defense is not good.
It's not.
Nothing on that Bears team is good besides DJ Moore.
Oh man, I do have DJ Moore, but I don't know if I should start him this week. Maybe.
That's a risk, but I mean, I can see him catching a few balls, especially if the game gets away. They're going to be playing garbage time football,
Hmm.
where the defense just doesn't really care. They just, they give up a few plays here and there. But I feel like DJ Moore could be productive and, you know, during that time.
Yeah, definitely. Going back, I think a few weeks ago on Thursday night, where DJ Moore made I think 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns.
That 50-point game, 49-point
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
yeah, that one. That last touchdown that was not necessary, but he just got the touchdown. It really was not necessary. And
It wasn't supposed to happen.
yeah, the whoever was against him, I feel sorry for them because that was not supposed to happen. Uh, the kicker here, I got my boy Greg the Leg Zerline versus the Chargers. Do you start him?
I like it. I like it.
I like it too. He's a good
I
guy.
would start either one of those kickers, him or Dicker, because I feel like it may be that type of game.
Okay. If you have to pick, Dicker or Greg the Leg.
I would go with Dicker because I know that Justin Herbert is at least going to get them in field goal range.
Yeah, that's true. But I hope they have the ability of Justin Tucker making 70 yards field goal. But
If they're playing in LA, maybe. If they're playing in MetLife, no.
yeah, the wind conditions might interrupt. But dude, would you rather be an opera singer? Justin Tucker's an opera singer. And he can kick. He can
No,
kick the ball too.
I'd rather be
No?
a kicker.
Okay. Well, he can do both. But and defense, like I hear, is Browns start the Browns against Arizona.
Yes, because
Okay.
they're gonna go with the rookie again, Clayton Tune, because I don't think they're playing
Yeah.
Kyler yet.
Hmm.
So
What?
yes,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Kyler is he's injured, right? When he's gonna come back?
No, he's been practicing, but they just haven't activated him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do miss him on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I do miss him like running. He runs like a little kid.
He does. I don't know how he's gonna look after after the surgery.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if he's gonna be running
Yeah,
as much.
that's true. That reminds me of like Carson Wentz when he came back. He wasn't the same.
Nope.
Um, but um, but yeah, would you start Atlanta defense against the Vikings since Kirk Cousins not there?
Maybe Atlanta's secondary is okay. I don't know. I guess I'm biased because I hate Atlanta. Like
You hate the whole
who's
team.
who? Yeah, who's the Jets rival? Like who
Our rival is the Patriots.
do you bitterly hate them?
Um, well, so here's the thing. So when Tom Brady was the Patriots was in the Patriots, I did hate the Patriots. But when he was out of there, it was like, all right, I don't think I hate them that much. But then when
Okay.
freaking Mac Jones slapped my guy Sauce Gardner's in the nuts, then I started to hate them again. So
I'm just trying
no,
to find the equivalent of like me as a Saints fan because we hate the Falcons.
oh,
I'm
okay,
just
that
trying to
makes sense.
find the equivalent of like who Jets fans hate.
No, we do hate the Patriots. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay. But
So
me
as
personally,
much
yeah,
as I want to say that they might be a decent start, I hate that team. So
gotcha. Yeah, it's just like Cowboys against the Giants. That's a rival right there. And then
yeah.
Packers and Bears. Do you think Aaron Rodgers still owns the Bears?
Yes.
What about Jordan Love? He took that mantle.
Jordan Love destroyed them week 1.
They did, yeah, they did. All right, so I guess keep the old things the same. I like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for week 8, man. What do you think about week 9? What do you think is gonna come up? We're almost done. Almost halfway to the season.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that Patrick Mahomes rebounds so that people will stop questioning his greatness. He has one bad game and people are like, "Oh, he's turning the ball over. We should be concerned."
Mm.
And I'm just like, he's still Patrick Mahomes. He can have one bad game. But, the media will be the media and exaggerate everything.
Yeah, that's what I just did. But
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like to see Mahomes bounce back so that people
mhm.
can remember who he is. I would like to see Will Levis do well, but I think he may be humbled tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like when Mike White took over the Jets, and we're appreciating his greatness in that first game, but the next game he wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think?
Yeah.
A random question here. Who do you think is the next, uh, like a Patrick Mahomes style quarterback?
I think it may be Caleb Williams who's coming in from USC.
Oh, okay.
He
Is
should
he?
be the number 1 pick coming into 2024.
So you're saying that's the next Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, he is. And it sounds crazy for me to say this, but Caleb Williams is a mix between Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Whoa. Because those two guys are amazing.
Yeah, but he doesn't turn the ball over like Josh Allen. He runs like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's strong like him. Like he's the size of, I think he's like 6'3", like 235, 240. So he's like built like a linebacker, but he has great touch. He has a great deep ball, rocket of an arm like Mahomes. So I think that's the closest that we'll see to Mahomes.
Okay. I'll look out for him.
Unless Trevor Lawrence becomes that prospect that everyone thought he'd be.
Yeah. I was expecting more from him.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the Jets did not pick him as number one,
Stupid.
and everyone was disappointed. Yeah, everyone was disappointed. I was just wondering.
Actually, y'all won y'all's last game, which I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand either. I think we were supposed to get because we're gonna get Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. I'm glad we didn't get. I wanted Justin Fields. I thought he'd be great too.
He's so much better than Zach Wilson.
I do agree with that.
Zach Wilson shouldn't have been a first-round pick.
But if you saw his highlights, BYU, it looks pretty good. No,
he looks like a typical college quarterback.
Oh,
he had this one crazy throw where he like threw it way across his body, like he threw it like 80 yards across his body.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 80 yards, but like 60 yards. And that throw, like, wowed people.
I see.
Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe when we like people with headbands on. I don't know.
Is that all it takes?
I think that's all it takes. But right now, I think he's in that revenge tour now because he took out the headband and he's serious. So we'll see what happens with Zach Wilson. But yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I'd love to see him do well, but to at least make that second pick somewhat worth it, but
we haven't.
I don't know.
We had it for like what now? 2 or 3 years now. This is his third year,
2
right?
years.
Yep. Oh, it's been 2 years. I felt like it's been 3 years. Anyways,
no, that's his third year.
Third year. Okay, yeah. I was feeling because I know the first year he did the gritty, and I was like, oh man, this guy's pretty cool. But then he started sucking, so I was like, I don't know. But hey, if a quarterback did the gritty, that's all it takes for me.
Mac Jones did it at the Pro Bowl.
Oh, I don't discuss him. I don't like that guy. He did. Actually, I don't know if you noticed. If you did the gritty on the field, that means it's bad luck. It's like the Madden curse. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Just check every time who did the gritty. There's always something bad happened to them. Like Justin Jefferson, he got hurt.
Jamar Chase is still decent.
He's not good in fantasy.
And that's Jalen Hurts. That's his signature celebration.
Did he start it?
Whenever like Jalen Hurts whenever he does a rushing touchdown, he gritties.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's new to me. But there's one dance craze I always want to bring back.
What dance?
It's the dab. I miss the dab, man.
I don't.
I miss it. It's very simple.
That dead.
No, it's so simple. Anybody can do it. No one can do the gritty.
That's the problem.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's the problem. Everyone can dab, and it's just like you're doing it at the wrong time, and you're doing it too many times. That's my issue with it.
No, but you just gotta raise your arm up just a little bit, and then you don't have to raise your arm up. Just do like a little L sign, and just go move your head down. I don't know. But you just got to take it slow. People do it really fast. That's not what it is. But
I agree.
but yeah, where can where can the audience kind of find you, man?
They can find me at _ Tyrenol _ on Instagram.
Very nice. Of course, you can find this podcast. If you guys listen to our podcast, I really appreciate it. You can find this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and now iHeartRadio, which is pretty cool. I feel like we're bringing back to the 2008 days, where people listen to iHeartRadio. Right? Wouldn't people listen to iHeartRadio back in the day?
I still have iHeartRadio on my phone.
There you go. It's so popular.
Bing bang.